you said a fortnight ago about the loss of my son Ivan. And I particularly want to thank the Prime Minister for what he said. It came straight from the heart, and it meant a great deal to Samantha and to me. We've had letters from right across the House of Commons and from thousands of people in the country, and it has been a great comfort to know that others are thinking of us. A lot of letters have come from families who themselves have lost children. And if there's a common theme in them, it's that while the loss never goes away, there does come a day where you look back at your child's life and you think happy thoughts at their life rather than feel sorrow at their death. And I hope that day will come for us too. Today, I join the Prime Minister in mourning the dreadful losses of the 3 British families, Sappers Mark Quincy and Patrick Azimka, and Constable Stephen Carroll. And on the day we remember the service of our soldiers, we should remind those who protest against them that they only have the right to do so because British soldiers put their lives on the line. On Northern Ireland, let us be clear about the nature of these crimes. They were committed by callous killers capable of shooting men in cold blood and standing over their wounded bodies and murdering them. Does the Prime Minister agree with me that the most important thing in Northern Ireland today is that everyone works with the police so that these killers can be found, caught, charged and convicted?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Let me welcome back the Leader of the Opposition, and I understand the grief that he and his family have been going through. In Northern Ireland today, we are seeing a degree of unity amongst the political parties that some people thought that they would never see in their lifetimes. We are seeing all parties call for the citizens of Northern Ireland to cooperate with the police. We're seeing all parties condemning the violence that has happened. And we're seeing all parties asking those people who have information to help the police track down these killers. As the House will know, 2 men have been arrested as a result of the police killing, and the hunt is on for those people who brutally murdered the soldiers on Saturday evening. I can say to the House we will do everything we can to enhance the security arrangements in Northern Ireland. I've talked directly to the Chief Constable Hugh Ord about it. We will leave no stone unturned in making sure that he has available to him all the arrangements that are necessary to enhance security there. And I do believe that out of tragedy we are seeing a unity which shows the determination that while a few murderers may try to disrupt the process, the whole of the people of Northern Ireland want not only to see justice done, but want to send a message that the political process is here to stay and is working.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister is absolutely right about this unity. It is remarkable, and it is remarkably welcome that every political party in Northern Ireland, including individuals who were themselves once bombers and terrorists, are calling on people to cooperate with the police. Does he agree with me that this highlights the importance of our reaction, which should be to say that Northern Ireland is not on the brink, is not staring into an abyss, but instead needs effective policing, the cooperation of the public and the measured reaction of politicians? Aren't those the things we need to make sure that these murderers never win?
I agree entirely with what he's said, and I see the assent of all parties sitting in the House to what we are both saying about the importance of people working together to hunt down these criminals. We are dealing with a small minority. The real IRA and Continuity IRA have claimed credit for these killings in a way that is sickening, and a way that they seem not to be able to distinguish either between the needs of the armed services and civilians. And calling civilians collaborators was something that I think was totally despicable. Mr. Speaker, we will do everything in our power to track down these killers, but we will also do everything in our power to support the police and the armed forces. It is right to raise the support that we give to our armed forces in every part of the country. And homecoming parades should be what people in the communities want them to be. And that is a celebration and a commemoration of the great service and dedication of our armed forces in every part of the country. And I believe that the country wishes the homecoming parades that are going on in Watford and then Windsor and then in Bolton to go ahead without interruption. There is a right to freedom of speech, but there is not a right to disruption and to public disorder. And it is our duty to make sure that order is kept.
David Cameron. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The whole House would have agreed with what the Prime Minister said about the value of these homecoming parades. But can I turn to another issue? Serious allegations have been made that Britain may have been complicit in torture. Now, let us be absolutely clear about Binyan Mohammed.